Hi guys, so on this walk we're picking up where we left off on Isaac's Tea Trail, and we're going to start from Alston and head over past the South Tyndale Railway up onto the Alston Moors and down towards Ninebanks. Hoping to get some great views up from the moors and just enjoy the walk and see what we find along the way. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure me and the little fella are going to. So here we go. Morning. Out again, just leaving Alston to pick up the rest, oh sorry, the next part of Isaac's Tea Trail. Now this one heads to a place called Ninebanks, which is about 12 miles away, and you do cross Alston Moor, so you go quite high up. So not sure how far we're going to get today. We're going to head there and just to see how far we get, really. I'm hoping to probably get about 10 miles in, maybe even get all the way there, you never know. So yeah, it's about 3 degrees, about 9:30 in the morning, Sunday morning, end of January. So lovely walking conditions. Nice shot of the river, and yeah, get out and enjoy ourselves again, get some video, take some photographs, and see what we find. Let's go. You know, sometimes you've just got to stop and admire all this, haven't you? There's Alston Fells. That's the way we came over in the car to get to Alston from Whitley Bay. Yeah. Beautiful. We'll walk up and over there at some point. I don't think we'll go right over the top of Alston Fell, but we'll have to go over the fells, if that makes sense. So we should get some stunning views from up there. Quite a beautiful day though. Look at this, how peaceful. Just a slight breeze. The odd noise of a sheep on the fell. But yeah, apart from that, no one went out here for miles. So we're going to head over around the back of that farmhouse, which I believe is called Whitlow, and then around the back of there we're coming to Whitley Castle Roman Fort, or the old markings anyway. And then we'll cross over the road down behind them trees and head on crossing the South Tyndale Railway. So yeah, that's how I actually found out about Isaac's Tea Trail, but I'll talk about when we get there. And we'll come all the way back down there, and by the looks of it, straight up and over the top of that moor. Yeah, lovely. Seeing that? It's a bit strange, isn't it? That random mound in the middle of the fell. I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with like mad cow disease or whatever, because I'm sure back was in the 60s or 70s maybe, when there was mad cow disease, they had to bury the animals. Now it's got told off a farmer. Sometimes you see just a random mound in the middle of a field. It looks odd. And that's where they buried the animals. I'm not sure. I know the latest bout of mad cow disease, which I think was in the 90s. They burnt them on pyres, didn't they? Which was really sad. So I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It just looks strange just out here all by itself. Who knows? There you are. So at the Beercombe Roman fort, is that how you say it? In my map book it's actually classed, see that? It's Whitley Castle Roman fort. So we're there. I'll go down there. So if you're interested to read this, just pause the video. This one's a little bit dirtier. You can probably still read it. Ah, so that was a Roman road network, look. Oh. It's quite something when it was there. When it was built, look at that. Right. Right. I'll go down and have a look. Not that there's really much to look at, it's just mounds. But yeah, it's something you could probably just walk over and just think that's strange, just a few bumps in the ground, but it just shows you the history that's underneath 4 feet. There you go, right in the centre of the fort now. So according to the book, the Romans built this fort with its impressive defensive ramparts in the tribal lands of the Brigantes, and that was about 150 AD. Now occupied for a further period of 250 years. Yeah. It's not only did they come and build it, it actually lived here all that time. It's quite impressive, isn't it? And we walk north up the wall, the Great Frontier. Yeah, there's quite a lot of Roman history around this part. Fantastic, really. You know, you forget. So all them years ago, so what we're talking, 1850, 1870 years ago, 1870, I think that's right. People would have stood here looking after the livestock and growing their food. Amazing. So we'll just need to head back over there and rejoin the walk, I think, which goes down between that house and them trees. Well, that gentleman is over there. I don't know if you can make him out because he's got green coat on. He's standing against the wall. You see him when he moves. I don't know if you can see him. But yeah, let's keep going. So I've just come over the top of the Roman camp and took a little detour. Just veered off to the right, and I think this is a little coffee shop by the looks of it. There's some tables and chairs outside, which will be great if that is, because I can get some refreshments. And then basically just walk up there, and the tea trail's just up behind them trees. So that's a good little find. We're going to have a look. It's a great little find. If you're popping by, pop in. Lovely friendly staff. Lovely little coffee, but we've just got to take out. Just treat myself with flapjack and a can of Pepsi, and then we're out here, we'll get a bit of flapjack shortly. So yeah, just on the main road between Alston and Whistle. Yeah, lovely little place, really nice inside. There you are, look, there's a sign, shout out the Nook Family Coffee. If you pass in, get yourself in there. Right, let's continue on. Oh, you got a sore throat? No, I'm just a little horse. Not even much. So there, that hut down there, can you see that? The other side, that's the South Tynesdale Railway. So we left the car way back that way at the start of the South Tynesdale Railway. What can I say? So it used to run all the way from Alston to Haltwhistle. Now what I'm going to try and do is, because I've never done it before, I'm going to try and put a link in the top left hand corner of the screen of a video of when I walked from Alston to Haltwhistle along the old South Tynesdale Railway across the Amberley Viaduct. So it should appear here. Obviously I don't know if that's worked till I've edited and published the video, so hopefully it did, and if it didn't I do apologise. But you can also have a look at my videos and it's in there somewhere. Click on that. That was a great walk. I think that's about a 13 miler, and yeah, check that one out if you haven't already done so. So this is how I originally found out about the walk, because when I was doing that walk from Alston to Haltwhistle, walking along the old train line, that's how I seen the sign for Isaac's Tea Trail, and I'd never heard of it before. I did a little bit of research, and when me and Alvina were walking around Alston one day, walked into a little hiking shop, had a little browse in there, and lo and behold, here was this book. So my beloved bought the book for us as a little gift and said, get yourself away on that tea trail, Philip. So that's what I've done. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I feel all the better for eating that large flapjack and that can of Coke, well, can of Pepsi, to give us a little bit of a sugar rush. He obviously had a bit as well, so he'll be full of energy probably in about 10 minutes time when it kicks in. So as you can see, this walk is very well marked, and it's part of the Pennine Way, that one now. And there's also, there you are, so the Pennine Way goes straight over, Isaac Tea Trail goes down there and over that bridge, and the public footpath as well. So you could, I think you can walk down to that little station now when the train's on. So you could get off at the station and walk up to that farm shop, or up the Roman Fort, or even back to Alston. So yeah, let's go down here. I don't know why the train's not on. I don't know if it's seasonal. It might be on from like Easter to sort of the end of the summer holidays. Last time I came down, it was closed because of COVID. It's still shut, but I think it's probably off season now, not so much COVID. But I'm not sure, it is only the end of January, like. So yeah, so across this bridge, and then sort of go right, head back towards Alston for a couple of miles, and then up and over the moor. So far so good. There you go, look. Like I say, loads of little signs. So you can't really get lost. Well, I can't. If I can't get lost, that's saying something. Right, see you in a bit. So we're just heading into a little place called Kirkhoff, and that church there was where Isaac married his beloved Aunt Telfer. They were married here on the 13th of December 1834. The church has the symbols of the dove. Inside there are 9 doves to seek if you have time. The church was rebuilt in 1869 by the rector Octavius James to his own design. He was inspired by the churches where he visited on his honeymoon to Bavaria. There you go. That steeple. Nice. So it's going to go through here and head along to a place called Randa Home Hall, and then we'll turn left or northeast and head up to the moor we'll go almost 6 mile in. Just entering the little hamlet called Ayle, A-Y-L-E, Ayle. So obviously this tea trail, you know, you go through all these little hamlets and villages because that's where we go from farm to farm selling these tea. So yeah, so we're 6 mile in, we're going to keep pressing on towards Ninebanks and just see how far we get. You never know, we might make it. It's just you've got to sort of start planning because there's only so many places where you come across a road if you're getting a pickup. So once we sort of get past Clargill, it's moorland all the way. So we'll get there, see what the time is, see if we want to keep going. But at the minute we're going to. Yeah. Let's go. You know, it still amazes me when you walk down and you see these stone walls dotted all over the moors and fells and countryside, all over the country. You know, somebody's had to build all these and maintain them over all the years. Like, when you think of the man hours and labour that's been spent, it's almost, but it is a skill, isn't it? Like I said, it's almost a skill, it's a skill. You know, building a dry stone wall. You know, it's mad because it's sort of like every stone sort of looks as though it was purposely put there because that's where it fit, like a jigsaw. You know, look at this, just think about how long it would take a man, just this stretch here, just this one little bit of stretch here, just as I'm walking on, to build this. And then tightens that by all the millions of miles of wall. That's not including having to excavate it out the ground. That's just putting it in here in a heap and building it. You know, look at that. It's amazing, really, isn't it? It's just, you sort of just take it for granted because it's just there. You know, if you imagine if there was no dry stone walls and the government sort of said, right, we're going to employ people and we're going to build all these dry stone walls all over the countryside, it would be like a massive project. You know, it costs millions, trillions probably. It'll probably take years to do. You look, oh, just everywhere you look, it's just dry stone walls, separating fields. They've all had to be built by somebody. It's amazing, really, isn't it? It's funny how when you're out by yourself and you just walk and how your mind focuses on different things. You know, if you were driving a car down here at speed 30-40 mile an hour maybe, you wouldn't give it a second thought. You just think, yeah, it's a wall. So anyway, we're just going to go down this road and back up again to that. There's like a sort of quarry area at the top there. It was a drift mine. It was used for coal, I believe. Closed around 2002 when some of the miners left to join the gangs providing disinfectant during the latest foot and mouth outbreak. Yeah. So I'll go past there and then I think we'll head up to the moor. So we are currently 6 points, oh that's a dodgy number, 6.66 miles in. 12 miles to Ninebanks, so we'll see. We shall see. Tired now, like, but sometimes you've just got to say, come on, treat yourself up, keep going, maybe stop somewhere and light the jet boil, get some food inside of it, because we've only had brown steaks and banana for breakfast. Breakfast of champions, that means. And then the banana's got to be sliced, obviously. And then that flat jack and a can of Pepsi about 11 o'clock. So it's now, what time is it? 12:56. So yeah, so it's dinner time really. See if we can get up there and find somewhere a little bit sheltered in the woods or something. Somewhere to sit for 10 minutes. That's where we've come from, way over there. Over them hills. Oh, there's another bit of coal mine, look. Yeah. Apologies for the wind noise, as you can probably tell. I've just come up that track and I'm up on Alston moor now. So we're just going to head up and over the moor and start with descent to Ninebanks. So that's sort of push up. But you know you're getting high when there's snow poles. You see them black white poles? Snow poles. So in the winter, well it is the winter now, but when you get heavy snow, it gives you an indication of how high it is and how high it's drifted. Because sometimes this road here can be closed with the snow. So probably come back March, April time after the snow showers, you'll probably find it shut. So no snow today, thankfully though. So yeah, tired now, but yeah, keep pushing on, keep pushing myself and try and get a bit fitter each time. He's alright, so that's the main thing. As long as he's walking alright, I'll keep going. So hopefully we'll get a bit higher up and then it'll be all downhill from there, but we'll see. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. See how big. There we go, on top of the moor now. Just see the weather's changing, the wind's picked up a little bit, temperature's dropped, and we've just got a very light bit of snow. So this is actually the border, if I'm right, if I'm right in thinking, between Cumbria and Northumberland. So there you go, we are now leaving Cumbria. Come on. Back into Northumberland. Probably hear by the wind noise, it's quite bleak. There's a bit of weather heading in. But look, I've got the correct gear. That's why you've got to be careful when you come on walks like these, when when you're down in the valley and it's lovely and sunny and there's no wind and you think, oh, it's lovely and warm, I don't need a coat, or I don't need a hat, or I don't need gloves. And then you come up here, surprising how quick the wind changes the temperature, and you can become cold very quickly, especially if you stop walking. So always make sure you've got the right gear. Oh. Final stretch now. I think it's about 3 miles back down to Ninebanks, and I think we're at the highest point now. Well, that's what I've taught myself anyway, to motivate myself. So should pick up a bit of speed and start the descent now. I still haven't had the jet boil out. That flapjack's filled us up quite well actually, but I am a bit peckish, but it's no fun sitting here. Find somewhere sheltered and have something hot, I think. Probably near our Ninebanks. We'll continue on though. Down that tree line there, there's the youth hostel, down past the trees, down at this junction, and then we're just going to head down towards the river, see if we can stop and make ourselves something hot, and just wait for my fiance to appear. It's been about 4 o'clock, it's about 2:45 now, so yeah, just sit and have something hot and just relax. Nearly finished. I just stopped me reliever back there because my watch was going flat. So we've done about 12, well we will have done 12 miles a day by the time I get my little finish point down by the river. I just know I might finish chapel like a ruin. Go on the book, so see if we can find out. That might be a little sheltered spot to sit in. Have a look there.